Hello and welcome to another Spanish lesson with me, Eva. Today we will talk countries, languages and nationalities. Okay, so as I said, today we will talk about countries, languages and nationalities. I obviously will not mention all the countries and the corresponding languages and nationalities. This is not a lesson in geopolitics or geography, but more rather than again focusing on getting as many countries on this blackboard as possible, what I want you is to understand the how it works when it comes to the gender of these words, okay? So we've talked a lot about the gender and how Spanish nouns always come with the gender. They're either masculine or feminine, and this is very obvious in today's lesson. Okay, so I'm going to divide the blackboard in four. Let's see, this is half. In four columns, and the first one is going to be the country, or in Spanish, el país. El país. El país is the country. The next one is going to be the language spoken in that country, el idioma. El idioma, and then we will have two for the people who live in that country, the citizens of that country, and the first one will be the male population or the male citizens, and a word for female citizens, okay, women who live in this country and speak this language. So we'll have el ciudadano is the male citizen, and la ciudadana is a female citizen. Okay? Good. Let's start with Spain. So, el país se llama España. El idioma en España es español. Okay, so the language spoken in Spain is Spanish, although sometimes it's referred to as Castellano. Okay, you might come across that one as well. Okay, so español o castellano is the language spoken in Spain. A Spaniard, a Spanish man, is español, un español, and a Spanish woman is española. Yo no soy una española. Okay? And speaking of me, let's mention my home country next. Croacia. Yo soy de Croacia. I'm from Croatia. Okay? The language spoken in Croatia, el idioma de Croacia, es croata. Okay. Un hombre de Croacia, un hombre de Croacia es un croata. Y una mujer de Croacia es una croata. Yo no soy española, yo soy croata. Pero yo no vivo en Croacia. Yo vivo en España. Y yo hablo croata y también español. Okay? I'm sure you understood what I said just now. Let's move on to the next country or the next language I speak. And you hear me speak all the time. Now, when it comes to a country, there's a choice of countries where English is spoken. And I'm going to write down the US, United States of America, only because it's a little bit tricky, the word, and I want to point out something that you should be aware of, okay? So the country, the United States of America, the Spanish will not call it America, okay? For the Spanish, or the Spanish speaking, so I'm including the Latin American Spanish speaking countries as well, not just Spain. For the Spanish, America is the continent, okay? Not the country, not the US, okay? So whenever they talk about the US, about America, they will say Estados Unidos, the United States. Estados Unidos, United States, okay? So un americano is someone from the continent of America, not necessarily someone from the United States of America, okay? So in Spanish, be careful not to say, if you are from the United States, don't say soy americano, okay? Soy americano for the Spanish would mean I'm from the American continent. Now, of course, they will understand you because you probably won't be the first person they've heard say that, and they will know what you mean, but you will be saying something that, well, okay, it is true, because if you are from the United States, you are also from the American continent, but it's not what you are trying to say, okay? So you won't be lying, but you won't be saying what you think you are saying, that you are from America or United States, okay? So if you do want to say that, it's Estados Unidos, okay? El idioma de Estados Unidos es English. Although I know that the Spanish is becoming more and more present as well, but okay, let's just stick with English. We've got Spanish here already, but yes, I know that in many parts of the United States, there's more and more people speaking Spanish as well. Okay, so el idioma es inglés. El ciudadano de Estados Unidos, un hombre de Estados Unidos, es estadounidense. es una palabra muy larga, muy larga. Soy, no sé, Biden, Joe Biden. Es estadounidense, ¿ok? Una mujer de Estados Unidos también es estadounidense. Estadounidense. Una palabra. Estados Unidos, dos palabras. Estadounidense, una palabra. ¿Ok? Muy bien. Alemania, Germany. El país es Alemania. Y el idioma de Alemania es alemán. Alemán. Un hombre de Alemania es alemán. Un alemán. Y una mujer de Alemania es una alemana. ¿Ok? Un país más. Wow. Un país más. Grecia. ¿Ok? Greece. El país es Grecia. El idioma es griego. Un hombre de Grecia es un griego y una mujer de Grecia es una griega. Okay, so as I said at the beginning, this is not so much a lesson in geography or geopolitics. This was also meant to show you how gender works when we talk about countries, languages, and nationalities. Okay? So, countries are what they are. España, Croacia, Estados Unidos, Alemania, Grecia. I wouldn't say that they necessarily have a gender. In fact, when the Spanish talk about different countries and they want to describe them, because they're talking about countries or países, and país is a masculine noun, el país, they will often describe them using words with a masculine ending, okay? España es bonito, they might say. You will hear also España es bonita, preciosa, but España es bonito, they are saying es un país bonito, okay? So anyway, subconsciously, countries are, let's say, masculine if we think of them as un país. Now, all languages are masculine nouns. So, español o castellano, croata, inglés, alemán, griego. Yo hablo español. I speak Spanish. Or Spanish is beautiful. Spanish language is beautiful. Español es muy bonito. Okay, muy bonito is a masculine ending. Bonito, because we understand that español is un idioma. Un idioma or el idioma, masculine noun, needs to have descriptive words, when possible, ending with a masculine, having a masculine ending, okay? And then we have people living. If they're men, they are masculine nouns, un español, un croata, un estadounidense, un alemán, un griego. So for a handsome Greek man is un griego guapo. Un griego guapo. But a beautiful Greek woman, una griega guapa. Una griega guapa, or you could even say guapísima. More than beautiful, she's stunning. No? Una griega guapa or guapísima, with a feminine ending there for griega and a masculine ending guapo for a Greek man or un griego. Okay, so depending on where you're from and what countries are, let's say, in your orbit, no? Maybe countries, the country where you were born, the country where you live if you've moved, relocated, the countries that you've visited, the countries that your family, in-laws are from, countries where your friends are from, countries where you would like to go, the neighboring countries, any countries in your orbit that you find yourself speaking, talking about, mentioning when you're with people, just look them up in Spanish. It won't be difficult to find them online. Look them up and just do the same thing. Write the name of the country, the language spoken there, and then the two words for the male and the female citizen of that country. And you will have the vocabulary that is really useful for you, okay? Maybe Greece or Germany and even more Croatia are not important countries for you. They are for me, so for me it's important to know this, okay? But maybe for you it's more important to know Mexico and Mexicano and Mexicana, no? Or any other country, okay? So do the exact same exercise, so to speak, with the countries that mean something to you, okay? For one reason or another, write the name of the country. Keep in mind that a country in Spanish is un país or el país, meaning it's a masculine noun, okay? The language also masculine, el idioma, español, castellano, croata, inglés, etc. And then you will have also another word for the person living in that country. Now, if you have a quick look at these two columns, sometimes we have two different words. Español for Spaniards, Spanish men, and española for a woman, Spanish woman. However, in some cases, it's the same. We don't distinguish between masculine and feminine. It's exactly the same word. Of course, when you speak, you know from the context if you are talking about a man or a woman, okay? But the word as such, taken out of context, does not give you that information, okay? Because it's Croata for a Croatian man and Croata for a Croatian woman, okay? Same with American, estadounidense, an American man, and estadounidense, an American woman, exactly same word. Not for German, Alemán, alemana, we have two different ones, and same here, griego, griega, okay? So, in some cases, we will have two different words for the nationality, one for a man, one for a woman. In other cases, it will be the same one. What is the same is el idioma, masculine, and el ciudadano, masculine, assuming that we are not dealing with English. And then here you would have, if the country were England, the language would be, the country would be Inglaterra, el idioma inglés, el hombre también inglés, so these two would be the same, and then the woman, la mujer inglesa, okay? Por ejemplo, for example, por ejemplo, yo soy croata y mi marido, my husband, y mi marido es inglés. Okay? Mi marido es inglés o mi marido es británico, from Great Britain, okay? But that country is so complicated when it comes to the name, the official name, and different countries that... Anyway, I'm not going to go there. Just keep in mind that in some cases, the nationality of a man is one word and the same nationality for a woman is different, okay? It has a different ending, a feminine ending. Okay? And in some cases, it doesn't change. Croata, croata is for both men and women. Estadounidense, estadounidense also for both men and women from America or from United States. Okay? Good. Okay, that was the lesson for today. Write your own countries, languages, and nationalities and start using them as you practice your Spanish. Okay, see you in the next lesson. Bye-bye.